and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Two Fat Guys Talking Flowers, where we're always going to give you the good, the bad, the ugly about flowers. I'm Fern. We got Joel on the ones and twos. Ryan in the house. Mike is in the house. Mimi is not in the house, but she's here with us on Zoom. And our awesome, thinking out of the box, super creative, super crazy, always in the mix guest is none other than ourselves. Hello.
I'm on spring break.
You're on spring break? You're not. Hold on.
Just making sure that my
I
house
read
doesn't
something else.
burn down.
Mimi, you're an adult now. You're not on spring break. You're on personal days.
Yeah, but I've been working. I'm just watching my house doesn't burn down because these kids literally have a bunch of kids running in and out of my house. I don't know how you did 5 boys, Mike, because
I still don't know how you did it.
I have grounded them. I have taken phones away, blocked video games because in and out, in and out. You see my Ring camera yesterday was just like 10 bikes, 5 boys. Then they eat my refrigerator. And I'm like, okay, no more friends over. In fact, if I'm not home and dad's not home, no friends over at all. But it's like they find ways in my house, these kids, and they eat everything. I don't care about them making a mess. My house is a mess already. But they cannot eat my food. Food is too expensive. And these kids have taste. I don't understand.
Kids used to, we used to ask Mimi, we used to be like, can we go to McDonald's? You know, can we do this? Kid, Mia's like, can we order sushi? Or can we get some steak, some Josh's? She orders Josh's.
If I'm not home, I feel like they don't care. But when I'm home, they're like, Miss Mimi, can I get a Sunny D in the refrigerator? Miss Mimi, can I? And I'm like, they're so sweet. And then when I come home, if I'm not home and Oliver's not home, the house
Sunny
is
D,
just
that
like,
was, we would buy like 2, 4, 6 cases of that a week because it was like $3 for the whole case.
my dad
I poisoned
buys
my children with that for sure. Don't give your kids Sunny D. This is 2025.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. My dad buys them.
I used to say that was the key to helping grow. Because one summer I grew
Guys
like 5 inches with just drinking Sunny D. There's
Probably
something
from
in there.
all the dad stuff in there. So my dad buys them whatever they like, and so the other day I came home and they bought, like, we have a little refrigerator in the back and it's just filled with Sunny D, Dr. Pepper. And the other day Dylan asked him for Celsius. I'm like, no, you don't give him Celsius. Don't give him any of that.
What is that?
That's the new Red Bull.
Oh.
It's supposed to be healthier, but it's definitely not.
Yeah,
healthier.
they said it has like 5 times the daily amount of arsenic that a human should ingest.
For all parents out there, don't give that to your kids.
No, of course not.
Do
but
not
during
give
Valentine's
that to your kids.
I'm pretty sure I've seen you drink Celsius.
Yeah,
I
pretty
drank.
sure,
I drink, but I'm an adult.
It's like smoking cigarettes. He's like, I can do it. Don't do it,
bro.
your kids, but I'll do it.
The other day when I get a text message, during Valentine's, Joelle, can you bring Celsius for me, for CJ and Chai? And I'm like, you guys shouldn't be drinking this crap. It's so bad for you.
Red Bull's still in the market. I mean, it's been around like 20
I
years
only
now.
drink Red
People
Bull if
still
it has
drink,
vodka in it.
Ryan was in the
Mountain Dew,
Red Bull contest. He made a hot air balloon out of Red Bull cans. I saw the picture somewhere.
Yeah.
The picture
pictures exist.
you shared it like a year ago or so.
Yeah. You should have won that shit. That thing was rigged.
You know how it goes.
That was rigged.
There was much better
You got
ones.
to be a better grandparent and not listen to your children.
No.
And
It's
don't.
impossible.
I'll be right in the line with your father.
That's
My
it.
dad
Kids are getting
shows
whatever
up-
they want. That's the
My
end of
dad
it.
shows up with Dunkin' Donuts, a whole thing of Dunkin' Donuts at 10 o'clock at night. I'm like, you can't give them that at nighttime. You
Why?
can't give it to them at all. It's all sugar.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you got
I
to be
heard
better.
grandfathers don't have to follow those rules.
Yeah.
That's
We are
part
the spoilers.
that's part of being a grandfather.
Yeah.
They don't follow those
My,
rules.
my dad loves being a granddad. Like, he says that's like his way of, like, he feels like he's being the best version of a father figure than ever before. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
I
okay.
like being a grandpa too.
Mm-hmm.
Because you guys are the fun ones.
It's like being an uncle.
They don't
It's also
say no.
nice.
It's great.
It's a nice
Grandpas
plus.
are the bomb. Yeah, uncles are the best too. You can do what you want. And
I
then you
got
get to return
permission
them.
to walk Addison to the park and take her to the playground.
How'd that go?
Oh,
So
So
cute.
that's happening maybe
So
today.
cute.
Oh, nice. What do you think is her? What is going to be a slide? What's going to be her go-to?
I heard she loves the playground, and I said, "Can I take her there?" And they said, "Yeah."
You know that in that playground, there's still a sign that says no paintball allowed because when
Because of you guys.
we played paintball there using the park benches and stuff. Yeah, that was fun.
That was a terribly great idea.
That was like, how long ago was that? 12 years ago at least?
12.
15?
12.
You're 40 years old.
Yeah,
This is a long time ago.
Well, I mean,
It's
yeah, I
probably
guess.
20 years ago.
Yeah, it had to be.
More than that. Had to be more than 20 years ago. Well, maybe 20. Yeah. We're living there 25
You're
years.
old, Ryan.
So we didn't get a lot of responses about what's the best neighboring stores. We got only a couple. I heard a good one, which was Starbucks. Starbucks apparently is the one to be what you want next to you.
Oh, from the post.
From the last week.
From the last one, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But fatties, we're still interested in that question. So if you want to send it over, send it over.
Starbucks, and I would probably say Chick-fil-A,
I
just
said a
because they're
sandwich
so
and a
high
wine store.
traffic. They're so high traffic, and a lot of people. Well, and Starbucks, I could see number one because people just go get coffee and hang out there, and then you're there. Oh, let me go to the flower shop next door.
So, but what I mean, we do have something. No, we have something else. We had something else about our podcast. Ryan, you want to share that?
You want to do that first? How do we want to do this?
Yeah.
Oh man! All right, yeah, let's do this first because I'm in the mood.
Okay, we will save Fresh Fest for a little bit into the episode. You have to wait patiently. And now we are going to play with you. We're going to play for you the AI roast of the Two Fat Guys podcast.
So hold on. Let's
think you have to
explain
explain it
this.
first.
Let's
Sure.
explain
Sure.
what this is.
So we asked, this is like a trend on social media and stuff too, but we asked AI, specifically ChatGPT, if it could roast both Jet Fresh Flowers Instagram or social media, and then we asked it to roast the podcast, Two Fat Guys Talking Flowers.
Why are you
So-
picking on us?
It's funny. I think it's really funny. I was just, I was like, I'm curious what it would say. Like, how bad could it be? So, just to be clear, Joel's going to play you the clips now. We used ChatGPT to search it to give us the results,
Mm-hmm.
and then we used a different AI to do the voiceover. So you're actually going to hear the roast.
Oh, I like this.
It's not just gonna be us reading
So
it to
this
you.
is a computer's thoughts, right?
This is what
With a computer's voice.
and with
Yeah.
a computer's voice.
we'll be able to pause it. So if you want us to pause it at any moment and discuss it, feel free to tell us to pause it. But
Let me practice my balls.
But it was
So-
actually
I'm so
like it's
interested.
really good. Like the quality of the voice is, I'm impressed.
You're
Like,
impressed? That's
yeah.
scary shit.
You can
That's
have a
really
whole podcast
scary.
with nobody on it.
What's actually insane is that we went through a variety of
It's like a catalog.
the
You can
voice.
choose your voices, and there's some really good
It's
options.
not
Did
just-
you
it's
get a
not
guy
just
with a good
woman,
accent?
man.
Well, you could choose American, French, British,
Cheerio, good chap.
Chinese. Maybe what was the fourth?
No.
There's 4 options.
Ni hao,
I
ni
think-
hao ma.
Oh, it's Indian.
Indian. Okay.
I think the roast itself is pretty epic, both of them.
So
I mean,
one more note.
There are some lines that I can't get over. They are so good. They
Yes.
are perfect, Jet Fresh.
And we actually told ChatGPT to be meaner. And this is the meaner
To be
version.
meaner to us?
Yeah, it gave us a bros, and they were like, "No, go harder." So now you're hearing that.
Oh, so he went meaner. I
He went
love
meaner,
this.
yeah.
I love
All right,
this.
so what are we gonna-
Oh
let's
my
do-
god.
Let's do the podcast first.
Two Fat Guys Talking Flowers sounds less like a podcast and more like a rejected TLC reality show. Who knew the floral industry needed two guys wheezing into mics while ranting about the politics of peonies? Your podcast is basically Joe Rogan for grandmas, rambling and occasionally featuring guests no one asked for, except instead of talking about DMT, you're debating the hotness of hydrangeas. Riveting. I listened to an episode, and I swear I felt my soul leave my body somewhere between logistics talk and the emotional impact of daisies. I came looking for
Oh my
entertainment and
God.
left knowing more than I ever wanted about the cold chain supply process of chrysanthemums. Also, Two Fat Guys, why not go full commitment at a third? Make it a trilogy of out-of-breath floral pontificating. Or is the flower industry
Pause it.
already running...
A trio of out of breath. What did it say? Floral pontificating?
Wait, that's not done.
No, it's not. I just needed to take a moment for that. For that one right there. Go ahead.
Or is the flower industry already running low on guys who can talk for an hour without a snack break? Your audience? Probably half confused florists and half people who left it playing on autoplay while they napped.
Oh
I
my
bet there's a
God.
whole subset of flower shop employees forced to listen to this in the background like it's some kind of horticultural hostage situation.
Pause it.
I'll give you this.
That's my favorite part.
hostage situation. That's exactly
I
what
can,
happened.
I can totally
God.
see it. Like the people who are listening to this in the shop, somebody's in the back just like forced to listen to it.
Somebody's like, oh, these fucking guys again.
I bought the hats for Mike and me and Fern, and Christine's employees or her colleagues sent me. They were like, "We're listening to it in the background right now," and I'm laughing because I can't. It's a
Shout out to the listeners in the background who are not choosing to listen to us, but are forced to. We see
you forced fatties.
Forced
We
fatties.
love you, forced fatties.
Go ahead, Joel.
I'll give you this, though. You've somehow made the least macho industry sound like a blue-collar battlefield. The way you talk about stems and petals, I'm expecting a Flowers After Dark spinoff where you go undercover to expose the floral black market. But hey, keep going. The world needs exactly one podcast about the gritty reality of bouquets, and unfortunately, it's yours.
Man, that was good.
All right, so the next one.
Wait, no, I want to hear no response.
No, Hefe, you're
No,
way too
I-
quiet.
No
This
giggle,
is
no chuckle.
hilarious.
I think it would have been funnier in a French or a British accent.
A European accent. We
But
should,
yeah.
we.
I think it could have gone harder.
Oh no,
Oh,
sure.
no.
It was too soft.
Yeah, no.
That took you how many attempts?
I would like to
2 or
have a
3?
roast at Fresh Fest, actually. I like to roast somebody. I think that would be really good if we have like
How old are you?
61.
61. Okay. We could do
Well,
it on like a
Fresh
big
Fest-
birthday. Like it
Fresh
doesn't
Fest
have
Doesn't
is
roast
around
me,
my
fucker. It could be
birthday.
roast somebody else. Why
What do
me?
you mean? You're gonna get roasted either way.
You got to get roasted.
If it's a roast of Jet Fresh, it's
Yeah.
You're
kind
the
of a
leader.
roast of you.
Well, I think we could do pretty good roasting somebody. I think it'd be pretty funny.
Okay. So, do you want to hear them roast our social media?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Because our social media is impeccable. So,
Jet Fresh Flowers Instagram is the visual equivalent of getting hit in the face with a sack of overcaffeinated petals. Your feed isn't curated. It's violently floral. It's like you threw 1,000 flowers into a blender and poured the neon-colored chaos directly onto my screen. Every time I scroll, I feel like I need sunglasses and a seatbelt. Your obsession with roses is starting to look less like a passion and more like a cry for help. Blink twice if the flowers are holding you hostage. And the puns? They're not just bad, they're criminal. If I see one more petal-powered caption, I'm reporting your account for floral assault. Who told you that the world needed this many dad jokes about flowers? And let's talk about your energy. It's exhausting. Your Instagram doesn't just post. It screams at me. Every single image is like a carnival ride designed by a florist on steroids. You don't showcase flowers. You throw them at people's faces with the subtlety of a confetti cannon at point-blank range. Honestly, your account is so aggressively floral. I'm surprised my phone doesn't sprout vines every time I open it. But here's the worst part. It works. Against all logic, your chaotic, extra, in-your-face flower madness actually makes me want to keep looking. It's so ridiculous that it's genius. So congrats, Jet Fresh Flowers. Your Instagram is an absolute menace, but it's your menace. Keep terrorizing timelines with your over-the-top, high-octane floral fever dream. If subtlety ever tries to call, just let it go to voicemail.
holy shit, that was so complimentary. If you ask
No,
It
it was
ended.
perfect.
No, it ends well. Just like every roast, it always ends in like a positive.
it's
We
a
love you.
floral
You know. It's all,
yeah, you're a fat fuck, but we still love you. I get it, but no, it was everything they said. I felt is like what you really want to put out there. The energy, the
floral
colors.
fever is yeah.
I thought it was pretty good.
If I hear any more flower puns, I'm reporting you for assault.
I'm amazed it didn't say anything about VIP because it was when it said something about like you're holding them hostage, and that
Yeah.
we are not as it's an obsession. Yeah, it is. We do have an obsession with roses, our roses. So
Blink
it's pretty
twice
fun.
if the
The flowers are holding you hostage.
Nice.
Pretty good.
So good. So good. The flowers absolutely hold us hostage.
But you know what?
Nothing.
Also,
stone faced. You got nothing?
Nah, I
No
think
response?
It's cool. I think it's cool,
All
but
right. I think the voice is pretty impressive.
Yeah,
considering
that's
The
a
voice is
computer.
it does like
wild.
breathing and like pauses and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
We didn't tell it to do that. Yeah. Those are the
They're
AI
coming
roasts.
for us.
They're coming for us.
when the original one had some good one-liners too, but the meter ones were better.
So I've been getting into AI, especially when it comes to like writing emails that I want people to take seriously, and just asking things so I can learn things quickly and know answers to questions pretty quickly and know the positives and negatives of different things. And, it's like every time I answer my phone, it's somebody asking me, did you hear that this one got sold? Did you hear they're buying this one? Did you hear they're selling this one? Did you hear they're buying this company and that company? And buy, sell.
Have there been a lot of mergers, buys recently?
I don't know what they are, man. They're just like, they're all, it's, look,
It's the great floral consolidation.
Yeah. It's, and you know.
Sounds like something out of Severance.
With the, I mean, everything that the acquisitions in the past few years, it hurt us in many ways. I don't think we have yet to replace all the supply that we've had, or the choices of where to shop that we've had. I think it's had other positive effects, though. I think it's made some of our strategic partnerships better. It's made us have new romances with new suppliers that are gelling very well, you know. Mm-hmm. But the bottom line is, if you're working in the flower business, in sales, whether or not you have supply says a lot for how much money you're going to make this year as a salesperson earning commission. So I get nervous about it. I wonder what my sales team thinks in the back of their mind about who's next, who are they buying next, who's getting sold next, who are they going to gobble up next. In the back of my mind, I'm saying at the end of the day, I think it's going to be good for us to be free and independent. This situation is unprecedented. It's never happened to this extent in our industry before. There have been consolidations and roll-ups that have all failed.
What was the other big one? That was USA Floral?
USA Floral Products was the most recent one. That was a colossal fail for the stock market, or for the venture capital money, or whatever it was that was going around buying all these companies. They were paying cash, they're paying half cash, half stock, or all stock, this, that, All these guys sold their companies, they made a lot of money, and then when this thing imploded, most of those owners who sold, they bought their companies back for pennies on the dollar, including their real estate for pennies on the dollar.
Yeah, they made a killing.
So these things have become part of our daily thought. It's never out of your mind, no matter what you do. If you're involved in farming, it affects you if you're not part of that group, because they control.
Well, they have so much buying power. Yeah.
They control the plastics, the cardboard. What? No cardboard?
The chemicals.
Everything. What do you mean there's a shortage of cardboard? No, fuck you. I'll buy the company. They just went and bought the cardboard company.
Yeah, and it's also all of economics, right? So like if you have less competition, that's worse for the consumer or for the final people using the products, right?
I don't know.
Because
I don't know.
In general,
I don't think anybody knows really what the strategy at the end of the day is. I'm guessing it's to make money and to somehow, some way build it up to a certain level where you're just going to cash in yourself. I don't know. And at that point, I feel like...
Well, not just acquiring land, they're also acquiring customers.
Yeah.
So
they're acquiring everything.
I feel like at first it started for customers. You know, can't get into a customer, you buy a company that sells them, boom, all of a sudden you're in. But
no, Fern.
It's crazy.
They're silently invested in big wholesale chains, big wholesalers, things that you least expect. They're secretly invested in those companies. We are every day hearing about something else, so it gets you on your nerves. It gets annoying. It just bothers you what supplier, because you're a middleman, you're depending on suppliers. What supplier is next?
Yeah.
The
fear.
And there's been some that has been a very positive thing for us, and there's been others that have been a very negative thing for us as a middleman.
Yeah.
And so this morning, I don't know, I was thinking about I was driving home last night, and I heard about 2 other farms that got sold in Colombia. And I happen to know people that do a lot of business with those farms, and I feel bad for them because they're fucked. Because those people who bought those farms are not going to supply them with anything.
No.
They're competition, and they'll be cut out just like we were cut out many, many times, And so I get it if you're buying all these companies because you need more flowers to supply your supermarkets. But a lot of these companies are getting bought up for all kinds of different purposes. And look, I think it would take all the culture and all the family atmosphere out of any business. And I don't think you could run a company like that like a family business. I think you got to run it like a corporation, and they got to be numbers, and people got to answer.
Yeah.
People got to answer.
Well, I think with being an independent farm too, like we're gonna constantly be looking for innovation, ways to improve ourselves. Competition brings that. That's the whole purpose of it. That's why monopolies are not a good thing, right? Like this is just like what we were taught in economics. But it's I think you're right. You're gonna want people, and as we get bigger and as AI gets bigger and everything, you're gonna want to know like who you're buying your flowers are from. Like, you know what I mean? Especially something so natural like flowers, you're gonna want to have that touch, that human touch. Like you don't want to be talking to a computer that's gonna respond to you, you know, and tell you sorry, no substitute for that. Like, no, you want to talk to somebody who really cares about your business. I mean, I'm not saying that that's not happening at these bigger companies, but I see it in the difference, like seeing it how Jet Fresh Growers runs, you know, and how
but we
deal with.
we don't have what these people need. You know, it'll be 10 years till we have what people need. And
Yeah.
and
Well, no, Mike, people still want our products. We still have a high
but
demand.
we can't fill the void of one of these big farms that these people buy. We can never fill that void. You know, you want 5 more boxes this week? Sure, we could help you, but we don't have an unlimited amount of flowers at our farm. It's a boutique situation, but people seem to appreciate the smaller independent farms. They seem to appreciate that more now than ever before, because there are people that we have been talking to for years that wouldn't pay us no mind, and now suddenly they do. I don't know. It can't be just the tight market doing that.
What did AI say? What was the response from AI?
So I asked AI, what's the benefits of an independent company versus a big group, and I'll read it to you. Being an independent company offers flexibility, faster decision-making, and the ability to personalize customer service, while a large group provides resources, stability, and potentially more career advancement opportunities. And here are the independent company advantages according to AI. Faster decision-making. Smaller companies can react quickly to market changes and customer needs as they don't have extensive bureaucratic processes. Niche market focus. Independent companies can target specific customer segments and cater to their unique needs. Personalized customer service. Smaller companies can build stronger relationships with customers by providing more personalized attention. Nimbleness and innovation. Independent companies can adapt quickly to changing market conditions and embrace new ideas and technologies. Empowerment and development. Employees in smaller companies often have more autonomy and opportunities to learn and grow. Direct access to leadership. Employees can easily communicate with decision makers, fostering a more collaborative environment. Stronger community ties. Independent businesses are often more invested in their local communities. I will tell you that I was a bouquet maker in New York for 10 years, and I built my business to be all that I could handle. In the end, I made some mistakes and I lost it, and I was forced to sell out of desperation, basically the assets of my company, and I sold it to a big company, big produce company. And the owner told me everything I wanted to hear. He sprinkled the most effective fairy dust on top of my head, just sprinkled it on me, and I was like, yeah, okay, no problem. Here's your compensation back. Okay, no problem. Everything was okay, no problem. Until the first meeting at their offices in Pennsylvania, where I was given an organizational chart. Have you ever seen one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have?
The tree.
Okay. Well, you have to memorize it. You have to memorize the organizational chart. And here is your budget on a spreadsheet. And you could spend this much on payroll. And you could spend this much on fuel. You could spend this much on administrative, direct labor, non-direct labor, all this shit. And I said, okay. And I got in my car and I started driving back to New York from there. And I said to myself, we're never going to do this shit. There's no way. If my customer calls me at 4 o'clock in the afternoon and says, I need 200 boxes for tomorrow morning, what do? I'm going to be over budget. I got to call somebody. I got to ask permission. I got to wait for that permission to be answered if I can do the job or not, if I can keep my people on overtime.
If they'll even answer, they could be
if
gone
they
for
answer.
the day.
No, it's exactly right. If they answer. So I'm not saying that's how it is with these big group specifically that we're talking about, but I just feel like there's no place for it.
Not in our industry.
And I just feel like there's no, like, it's not that simple. If you're a customer who relies on you, and basically your only value to that customer is the fact that you are able to work all night and take care of an order that they need. That's your only real value that you had to begin with. For you to have to ask permission, maybe I can, maybe I can't, I'll let you know, I'll call you back. By the time you call back, they call 5 other guys who said sure, who didn't have an organizational chart and didn't have a flow chart and a spreadsheet and a budget and a this and a that. It just drive you crazy. That's how I got to Florida. I couldn't take it no more. I must have had a new boss every month or two with a new plan and a new strategy.
And a new budget.
And a new bullshit promise of what's in it for the future. And we got to... And you got to hang in there. You got to hang in there. And we're going to do this and we're going to do that. And we're going to exceed this and we're going to exceed that. And I was like, Jesus Christ, you give me one more boss, I'm leaving.
And
I'm leaving.
Left.
Yeah.
Did that company survive long?
That company's a huge company. I think it's way bigger now than it ever was before. There were some very nice people that worked in that company, and I admired those people. But that corporate world was not for me. That was not for me. Not that I'm a lot more mature now and a lot more... Like, I have a lot more life lessons since then. I've learned a lot more things since then. And it would be easier for me now to conform to some of those things, but it isn't easy for anybody. And if you got to ask permission for every move, it's uncomfortable. It doesn't last long. So I want my salespeople to know. I want people specifically in sales. I want them to know that they got nothing to worry about. And the AI agrees with me because this AI
got all the points.
It knows everything, and it has all. I mean, there was some negative stuff, but not much. Yeah, not much. I mean, look, they synergize their shit together. They get cheaper insurance rates. They get cheaper airline rates. They consolidate everything in one big giant warehouse, and they move all the boxes in the warehouse, and it's like a well-oiled machine. And they got robots and conveyor systems and all this shit.
Have you seen the Kroger automated system?
Yeah.
Have you seen those?
Yeah. The order pickers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
That's wild.
Yeah. And that's the future.
Yeah. That's where we're going.
That's the future. But I just wanted to tell you about this AI thing and this like company that I really respect and I'm a big fan of just bought a farm the other day, and it was the very first farm that I ever imported from.
It's crazy.
Flores de Oriente. Really nice people. Some of the nicest people. I used to go there and they had like a pond with trout in it. I'm going back 30-something years ago.
Yeah.
They had a pond with trout in it, and you would just stick your fishing pole in there, and you catch a trout, and they throw it on the barbecue, and that's lunch. It was fun.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I like those people very much, and they sold to an amazing company. I love that company. I'm a huge fan of that company. I have their logo tattooed on my right butt cheek. I am...
How many logos are on that butt cheek at this
Quite
point?
a few.
Yeah.
Quite a few. I don't like to show it.
No, it's filled up, though.
It's very private.
Yeah.
Only in the bedroom you get to see that stuff. But
Maybe you should get some more tattoos.
Yeah.
But
I'm a fan. And you know, that's the one company that, and you know what I'm talking about. This is that one company that I wish all the best for, and I am their... They're fatty fans. They're listening. They hear me right now, and I'm glad. I'm glad they do, because I'm rooting for them
Yes, we are.
Every single step they make. I'm rooting for them because you know what? When they bought farms and they made moves and they acquired some very important suppliers to us, our relationship didn't dwindle. Our relationship got so much better. It improved.
It improved drastically.
It improved drastically. We do a lot of business with them. And it's a good business, and it's fair business, and it's mutually beneficial business.
Correct.
And they, it isn't dirty, cutthroat shit. It's fair, all fair. Even So, I'm not against groups growing and buying farms. I'm against those who might be treating their customers as they had zero value.
That's how
like
it felt.
us.
That's how it felt.
Yeah.
Long live the independents.
Long live the independents. And I think that if the independent farms and Miami importers and wholesalers out there needs to make sure people know that they're independent.
Synergize and work together.
This is your safe zone.
Yeah.
You're safe here. You're not just a number.
No, is that there's attributes that you can attach to every independent that you can attach to a big group. It's like you said. And, when it comes to the floral industry, service is a big part. Things is ways to set yourself apart from the rest. And you know what? Big companies can't do much service. They got rules, regulations, and SOPs.
Listen, you got to respect it. They got to do what they got to do. It is what it is.
That
doesn't mean that we have to agree or that we have to be fans of it.
Correct.
But we have to respect it, and we do respect it. But I don't want anybody to have fear because you hear about this importer being sold, and that importer being sold, and this one's getting sold, and this one, and you have friends that work in that company. Every single salesperson you have in this sales room have friends working in these companies. And they're talking to each other. Maybe it's great. Maybe it's a shit show. I don't know. But I could tell you that it hasn't worked historically.
Yeah.
And running the flower business, that shit ain't easy. It's hard work. It's long hours. It's unforgiving. It's holidays. It's all of these things that the younger generation wants no part of.
You can't have a bunch of robots working a flower company.
No. There's a certain skill, like the guy from Taken.
A particular set of skills.
Particular set of skills that I've acquired over a long period of time. I will find you, and I will kill you.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Taken.
Love
Best
that
movie.
part. Love that. It's that line. That line alone makes the whole movie.
I think I watch that movie every 6 or 7 flights that I take.
Joel, have you seen the movie Taken?
I've seen clips of it on TikTok.
Great movie.
As long as you saw that line, that makes the whole movie.
Yeah. Great movie.
There's like 4 of them now, right?
Yeah.
Great movie.
Yes. There's nothing like the first.
I think the independent people out there who plan on staying independent should advertise that fact, because there are a group of buyers, international buyers, that are preferring
independence.
And I've just learned about that recently.
It's good to hear.
Because, like, if you want to buy 100,000 red roses, who are you going to call?
You're going to call the big guys.
And they get to choose.
Correct.
They get to choose. Do I give it to you or do I give it to my other 50 companies? Who do I give it to? I don't know.
But you can't put all your eggs in that basket. Like, you can't. Like, we're rooted in loyalty, and we're growing in our farm, and we're growing with care and quality, and to our people, to so much. Listen, I have seen some of these farms. I've seen the way they work, and it's like you said, the robots are mind blowing. You see the land and you're like, holy crap, but it's just, it's like, it's the whole, are you going to get your nails done at a salon, or are you going to go to do it yourself? Like, there's something for everybody. And I do believe that. But what the independents are doing, and I'm not just saying about us, but I've visited farms with you, Mike, and some of our suppliers, and you could tell it's totally different. And
it's a
I don't know, I'm just
atmosphere.
I'm a little bit of an optimist to think that, like, people are gonna want that. Like,
it's like small business Saturday almost.
Yeah,
like you're supporting local small businesses.
There's innocent bystanders that get hurt when these things happen. And that's what sucks about it. But look, if you're working in those companies and it's doing better for you, good for you. I don't wish no harm on nobody.
No, not at all.
But I'm not going to have any fear about it either.
No. Long live the independence.
Well, guess what?
What?
Big people that have these big things, but guess what we have? We got the big Fresh Fest coming. Fresh Fest.
When is Fresh Fest, Ryan?
It is Thursday, June 12th.
Thursday, June 12th.
Yes, at the Ice Palace in Miami.
Ice Palace Studios. I love it.
That's in Wynwood.
Is it Wynwood? No, that'd be
It's
design.
right next to. It's
Miami
No, it's not
Design
design.
District. It's
No,
not
it's
design.
not.
No,
No,
not design.
it's
That's on
downtown.
the other side of Wynwood.
It's
Sorry.
downtown, but it's like across the street from Wynwood. It's so dumb how it's blocked off.
When I went there, I drove through Wynwood to get there.
The guy
Yeah.
who leased the place was like, "Oh, we're not Wynwood," and he's like really like adamant about it. And like you go across the street, you're in Wynwood, literally.
Well, I think that it's because there's a lot of slack. Wynwood's kind of falling off. Coconut Grove's pushing up. The beach is slowly getting back there. Like, it's all a big circle, right? So downtown has not lost its luster. And so, yeah, I'm assuming that it's because of that he's going to say, oh, it's definitely not Wynwood. But I still love Wynwood. But you definitely get it closer to Wynwood than you would to downtown, like Bayside, let's say. So I would say it's in the middle. It's Midtown.
There you go. That's Owen's favorite.
What it is,
Midtown.
it used to be a hot party spot. I'm amazed Mr. Fernando hasn't said it's the old Karoo and Y. I mean, I'm sure you partied there.
Plenty of times. Plenty of long nights there.
Yeah, that was the day.
No.
Those were the days. So it's
No, the
at
place
the
is
Ice
huge.
Palace.
It's awesome.
It's gonna be beautiful. Because it's aesthetically it's several rooms, right, Ryan? Like, so we have several places. It's not we're gonna do a little different vibes than Fresh Fest 2003, guys. Can you believe that?
1.0.
The first one 2 years ago. Time is
When I opened up my Teams and I saw like the planning for the first Fresh Fest and I saw the dates, I was like, wow, we've come this far.
2 years.
So I'm so excited. People have been asking for it, so I'm happy that,
Yeah, no, it's gonna go great. The event space is a cool space. It's like a blank canvas. There's a lot to play with. She said, there's 2 main rooms so we can go back and forth, and then there's a bunch of like bonus rooms and like hidden spaces and stuff that we can do some cool stuff with. We're gonna save the announcement of the speakers till the next episode because we wanna make sure we got the full lineup right. But at the moment, we have over 30 sponsoring floral partners, and those are our hand-picked partners. And we have 12 florists signed up to be part of the floral art design team.
Nice.
Who are going to create installations and flowers and all kinds of cool designs throughout.
You gonna drop
the venue.
any names of the designers?
Well, I could tell you who's returning from the first year.
Okay.
Bill Schaefer's returning.
Love it. Go
He's
Bill.
He's a big supporter of us. We're a big supporter of him. He does some cool work, obviously.
Super creative mind.
Obviously, Carlos and Pedal. I feel like I don't need to mention them, but they're obviously going to be part of it. They're going to do some really cool things. Olga, our own Olga, will be there.
AIFD, ABCDEFG. She's got all the letters.
And Raquel will help because Raquel's awesome too.
Yeah, everybody at Jeff Fresh is going to be working, going to be helping. Joel's going to be a designer that day too. You'll see.
Man.
No, but like there's a list. There's a really good list.
There's a good list of people.
And some of the names on the list are some fun names that people are going to get very excited once they hear about it. And I think the names alone are a draw.
Fatties. Thursday, June 12th, 2025. Fresh Fest. Save the date. Plan a trip. Come on down. Stay for Friday. Because we'll have birdies and blooms.
That's up to you and Casey. How much are you getting planned?
We're gonna have it.
You gotta make it happen.
We're gonna have it.
Blooms and birdies.
Blooms and birdies golf tournament.
I always say it backwards.
For those who are interested.
I know. I'm working on a hotel block in downtown, right across the street from the Miami Heat Arena. So it's beautiful, like with a great view. I mean, we're gonna be highlighting it's gonna be very different from Fresh Fest, the first one, but we are gonna bring back our big game competition. We are gonna have the installations. We are gonna have a big hippie hour afterwards. So hopefully if you RSVP, you make sure that you let us know if you're staying for that.
Oh, yeah.
How can someone RSVP right now?
So currently,
Right now?
it's opened only to invited customers because this is for our customers. But in the coming weeks, it will be opened. The remaining portions will be opened to
Love
fatties
that.
and listeners. So if you are interested, you could email us, mimi@jetfreshflowers.com or ryan@jetfreshflowers.com and let us know if you're interested. But yeah, talk to your salespeople because that's who we're inviting our customers.
All
There's
right,
a secret
fatties.
code.
Fatties, you
It's
want to
like
get
love.
in? You want the secret word of the day? Reach out to your sales rep or give me a call. I got you. I take
And
care
don't
of you.
sign up if you ain't going to show up because,
Joel's going to come and get you.
yeah,
Well, we
because
should.
it costs a lot of money to get you ready for you and you don't show up.
Treat it like a wedding. Yeah, if you wouldn't RSVP to a wedding and not show up, it's
Yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah, don't do
Yeah.
that. If you don't show up, we're going to expose your name.
On a list.
On
We're
a
going to put
list.
out a naughty list of
Yeah.
people who
No,
did
you
not
gotta
show
do
up but
the
RSVP.
Yeah,
And you would be purged.
you got to wear a dunce
No,
cap or something.
Mike, you got to do the taken. That's when you use your taken voice. If you
I will
don't show
kill
up,
you.
Oh my god.
I will find you.
Oh, love that. No, seriously. Don't RSVP if you can't make it.
So, fatties, also know that I won't be myself until June 12th at the Hippie Happy Hour. So, if you want to see me break it down, you got to be there or be square. Because last time, that's exactly, I swear, it was like almost like I had given birth. I was like, yes, mommy has the video. I was like, I'm done. This is the best feeling ever. All the adrenaline is gone. I don't know. Ryan must have gone home and gone to sleep, but I went and I partied it out.
Love it. Thank you for listening. This has been another episode of Two Fat Guys Talking Flowers, where we're always going to give you the good, the bad, the ugly about flowers. Joelle, Ryan, Mimi, Mike, myself. Thank you guys for listening. Have a great day.